Hello, and welcome to another day on the channel. My name is RNGesus, and today we'll be doing some Dominaria United Draft, but with the MTG Arena cards. So every pack will have a Arena-only type of card that can, well, be played only in Arena. Like give perpetual effects, conjure cards, and there's even a card that creates the Power 9, which is very weird. But in pack 1, pick 1, our rares Llanowar Green Widow. A 4/3 trample, domain can return itself, cost less for each land, so it can be 8 mana or 3 mana. Then Coalition Construct. Enters the battlefield, choose a creature type, and is the chosen type in addition to its other types, and it enters the battlefield, other creatures of the chosen type, and creature cards of that type in your hand perpetually get +1/+1. I actually like this because there's a lot of Phyrexians, and there's like a lot of humans and all the different kinds of creatures, so it's pretty good. Here in pack 2, there wasn't much in that pack, so I kind of like trying out the new arena cards. Here there is another arena card with Diminished Returner. 4/3 for 1 black, enters battlefield tapped. Pay black, it perpetually gets -1/-1, then return to the battlefield. Activate only if Diminished Returner is in your graveyard, and its toughness is 2 or greater. So you can return it once, basically. So it's not bad. And if you have like Coalition Construct, you can return it twice. So basically we just want to take the best card in the pack here, which is probably Cult Conscript. Yeah, I think Cult Conscript's actually stronger than the returner. Just because Cult Conscript can be returned multiple times and can be played early. Sunbathing Rootwalla also has an argument, but we'll take the Cult Conscript. And, okay, there is a Choking Miasma. No arena card, sadly. But, yeah, Choking Miasma is pretty good for, like, a controlling domain deck. If we didn't want to do domain, then what? We could take Resolute Reinforcements, go with, like, a soldier theme. Although this is a warrior, so it does kind of hurt. It works well with the construct, too. There are a lot of soldier stuff. And I don't hate black-white. Like if we did go into black-white, but I think like the pick is between Choking Miasma and Resolute Reinforcements. And with Cult Conscript, I kind of like, and Coalition Construct so far, I think I like the Reinforcements first. Okay, here's another arena card, Bloodsprout Talisman. Enters battlefield tapped, and you can tap, pay 1 life, choose a non-land card in your hand, it perpetually gains, this spell costs 1 less to cast, and it's an artifact, so you can make stuff cheaper, basically. But it's not even really a great one, or a great mana artifact. What would we pick here? There is a Charismatic Vanguard. Again, these packs are pretty sad. Like, the best card in the pack is probably Bite Down. Or Phoenix Chick, if you want to be aggressive. And Phoenix Chick does reward, like, the perpetual effects. So we'll take the Phoenix Chick. Okay, and now we get Baird, our Argivian Recruiter. That is pretty good. Yeah, these packs are kind of sad. Like, there's Floriferous Vinewall, Deathbloom Gardener, Soaring Drake, but those are all, like, medium playables. We'll just take Baird, and it's also a soldier, so it works well with our Coalition Construct and Resolute Reinforcements, if we get, like, stuff like that. Okay, Keldon Strike Team, or Cleaving Skyrider. There's an argument for both of these, but I kind of... These are both warriors, and these are both soldiers, dang. So I guess we'd want to name Human instead. So, I probably want the Skyrider, just for the fact that it's an uncommon, and Keldon Strike Team is pretty good, yes, but the 2/2 flyer with Flash is pretty good on its own as well. So I'll take that. And now we can take a 2/2 for 2. We can take a Branch Rider just to be aggressive. And works well with Baird. Just a 2/2 for 2, or a 1/1/1 with haste that can be hard to block. I like the Branch Rider over like a Goblin Picker or Juniper. And now, Griffin Protector. Probably not playing Firenado anytime soon. Just take the Protector. I don't remember if Baird was in this pack, but we did wheel a Banala Sleeper, which is pretty sizable human. There's Hammerhand, really works well with Baird. Charismatic Vanguard is a dwarf, so and if we're wanting to name human... Wait, do the soldiers... No, they're not humans. So it's like Hammerhand or Banalish, and I think Hammerhand is pretty good if you're aggressive enough, just like getting rid of a blocker. I'll just rare draft here. Get a free 20 gems. Charismatic Vanguard here. Guess Goblin Picker's fine. Over another Branch Rider. Yeah. And Herbalist. Okay. So the the red-white deck doesn't seem that bad so far. Well, that hurts a bit. Namada Primeval Warden. 3/4 reach, and I'm pretty sure you know what this does. Really strong card. And the arena card is Daraga's Whelp. 2/1 for 1 and a black. Has kicker for 1 and a red. Flying. Whenever you draw a dragon card, it perpetually gets +1/+1. When Daraga's Whelp enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, seek a dragon card. Daraga's Whelp and that dragon each perpetually get +1/+1. So it's good if you have dragons, but there are not too many dragons in the set, which makes it a little worse. So here it's between Heroic Charge or Hammerhand number 2. And I kind of like Hammerhand just to be more aggressive and to work well with Baird. And Heroic Charge is a great board pump effect, but I'm sure we can get one more later. Well, here's another arena card, except it's really bad. Teferi's Contingency. White, blue for a counter-target spell. Each card in its controller's graveyard, hand, and library with the same name as that spell perpetually gain. This spell costs 2 more to cost. So it's basically a hard-to-cast cancel with extra text. Here, just take a Phoenix Chick, number 2. Just is pretty good and works well with itself. And okay, Argivian Cavalier. Pretty good, although it is an Orc Knight, which does feel pretty bad. But, what can you do? Just take that. Here, there's a Banalish Faithbonder. Temporal Firestorm still in the pack. But we're not going to play a board wipe or the aggro deck. Sprouting Goblin. Or Faithbonder. I guess Faithbonder's pretty good with Baird. Now let's take the Faithbonder over like a Librarian. And it is a human, so it works well with the Coalition construct, so more human creatures. Here we can take another Cavalier, or we can take a Kavu. I do like Kavu is a really good, hard to block 3-drop. That can just be like a mana sink if you are like have an extra mana or 2 floating around. Twin Inferno is a good finisher. But our creatures seem to be smaller rather than bigger, so I'd rather just take the Flowstone. And Tori Devenant. Tori Devenant. I'm going to think it's that. Tori Devenant. Fury Rider. We're going to take that, or Furious Bellow. Of note, the arena card here is Trove Mage. Enters the battlefield, seek an artifact card among the top 10 of your library. Then shuffle. So basically you get a artifact if it's in the top 10 at random. So it's not very good. We'll just take Tori Devenant here. And now a Furious Bellow looks pretty good over rare drafting again. Just getting a nice combat trick in the deck. G2 Amplifier is pretty medium, especially with not too many instant sorceries in the deck. Sorry, no instant or sorceries in the deck. Now 1, but yeah, it's definitely bad if you don't have anything for it. And Sprouting Goblin is just a 2/2 that can sack lands later in the game for cards. I like that. Do you want to play second Griffin Protector? Yeah, when we have so many creatures, I do like a second Griffin Protector. And another Branch Rider, don't mind if I do. So, the deck is coming along pretty well. Our greatest creature type is human at the moment, but again, with this, it only affects cards in play in hand, so you can just like name whatever you need in that instance. And the deck is looking pretty good. So, like, do we have any token creators? You got Soldier Token, Soldier Token, Soldier. So I guess we have a few more soldiers as well as humans. And then we also got, like, Knight randomly, Griffin. So, who knows? This thing could name a lot of different things. Battlewing Mystic still in the pack? That is surprising. But somebody's not going to have it. Geothermal Bog or Librarian. I don't think we want to splash really anything that we open. So we'll just take the Librarian. Yeah, we're more likely to play the Librarian. And I guess maybe there's a blue card, but I'm not sure what blue card it would be. And our rare is Goblin Influx Array. 4 mana. Goblin spells you cast cost red less to cast. If it doesn't require red, it costs 1 less to cast. And at the beginning of your end step, conjure a random card from Goblin Influx Array spellbook into your hand. So this is just a card draw engine, and boy, do I like that. Also, goblins, name with construct. So yeah, Goblin Influx Array is just a good card draw engine, so I like that. Thrill of Possibility, Captain's Call, both would be fine. Sacred Peaks for mana fixing. But we'll just take the card draw. And, oh, hello there, Priest of Possibility. 2/2 for 1 and a white. Enters the battlefield, look at the top 7 cards. If a card among them has flying, Priest of Possibilities perpetually gains flying. The same is true for First Strike, Double Strike, Death Touch, Haste, Hexproof, Indestructible, Lifelink, Menace, Protection, Reach, Trample, and Vigilance. Oh, that's a lot. So yeah, this card is really good. And it doesn't even care if like it's a non-creature that says it. Like if you have like the Love Song of Night and Day, it does read flying. So it will get the buff from that. And like we've got 2 Phoenix Chicks with flying and haste. So we've got haste, vigilance. So we're 100% taking the Priest of Possibility. We've got menace, flying, vigilance, trample, and flying. So yeah, it's pretty much guaranteed to hit flying in this deck. And here we can take Destroy Evil. I mean, our removal game isn't that great. Or do we want to just take mana? Nah, we have a lot of 1-drops with haste that we want to be playing turn 1. Wow, Voldalian Tide Mage. I first tried to record a video with Voldalian Tide Mage and Mama Shieldred, but for some reason the video was zoomed in super weird, so I couldn't make that one. But this was like a super powerful card, just creating copies of like a Tidepool Turtle or some random creature that just became an army. So yeah, this is super powerful, but it's pack 5. It's gonna be in pick 5, so somebody's gonna have a happy day with it. Here, another arena card, spell Chain Scatter. 1 red, instant, and kicker blue. When you cast your next instant or sorcery spell this turn, conjure a duplicate of that spell into your hand. If this spell wasn't kicked, discard the duplicate at the beginning of the next end step. So, it's pretty good for instant sorceries if you want to copy something, but not really good anywhere else. And because of our super high creature count, we'll take the Argivian Phalanx over the Flowstone Kavu. And a Thrill Possibility seems pretty good. Just discarding a land for something better later. And a Keldon Strike Team. We got one later. Although, now I kind of feel bad that we passed up that Inspired Charge for... What did we take it over? I don't remember. Maybe it was like a Hammerhand or Phoenix Chick, but whatever. Flowstone Kavu or Steel Crusher. I'm just gonna like click between the two and let RNGesus decide. Kavu it is. And then just another Thrill, don't really need it. Flowstone Infusion is pretty good early removal since we're lacking in that department. We might actually run the second Fierce Bellow just since we're pretty low on removal. So yeah, we can cut like our removal's only Flowstone Infusion and Destroy Evil. And that is it, right? I guess late game Cleaving Skyrider counts, but that's like pretty late game, and that's if we are flooding. And we'd rather not get to 6 lands, so... Yeah, we only have like 2 removal spells, which is a downside to this deck, but hopefully Hammer Hands and some good old aggro can get the job done. So what are we cutting? Goblin Picker seems pretty medium. Charismatic Vanguard is a nice mana sink later in the game, but that's about it. We could cut the Coalition Warbrute as a 4-drop, yeah. And for Priest, a possibility, we'd rather have Curtain Protectors with flying. Like, we got 5 creatures with flying, so it's pretty hard not to see it in the top 7. Banalish Faith Bonder, we can probably cut. Automatic Librarian's pretty medium. What else? Herbalist? How much in list do we have? Not any in the decks, since we cut our 1 enlist creature. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Herbalist. Like, it's fine. It's gonna attack, gain 1 life, and then trade off with like a 1/1 or something, and that's a problem. It was a human, so a little lost there, but eh. We've got a lot of creatures that we can name, or different types that we can name. Griffin Protector cut, maybe? Yeah, I guess we cut 1. And then... this can give First Strike to our Priest. This can give Haste. We have so this is basically a guaranteed haste, create 2/2 haste minimum, so I like that a lot. Maybe cut a Charismatic Vanguard. Like, what do we have for late game stuff? We've got Goblin Influx Array. We've got Sprouting Goblin, Thrill of Possibility discard stuff, Pumping the Vashina Branch Rider. Yeah, I don't think we need the Vanguard, and then we can just cut 1 land. Want it like this? Yeah, I like that deck. So, before we get into some games, if you enjoy the content, make sure to like and subscribe button. It means a lot. And without further ado, let's jump into game 1 and see how the deck does. On the play here, or on the draw, my bad. I mean, it feels like we're on the play with Phoenix Chicks and Haste and everything. Seems pretty good, we'll keep. Lead off with a turn 1 Phoenix Chick. Smack him in the face, pass. Ooh, another aggro deck, except theirs is automatically better because they're playing Knight of Dawn's Light. Play Baird. Like, this card's gonna be annoying, to say the least. Just a 2/2 First Strike. Hopefully they think they're gonna be the aggressive deck and we can out-aggro them with our hand. Ooh, no, they just pass. That's actually worrisome. They probably have the 2/2... the 2/2 Flash Flying Cleaving Skyrider. Or they might just activate Knight of Dawn's Light, who knows. Cast Hammer Hand. Give it the speed. Or they may have Lightning Strike. Yep, Lightning Strike bared. Which does feel bad, but we still get to punch in. But we do lose our cool creature creator. Griffin Protector. And just pass. Well, we could Hammer Hand again, but I don't think that's going to accomplish much. So let's Flowstone Kavu. And pass. Another Protector. Let's see, if we cast Keldon Strike Team and swing with everything, they eat Keldon with Knight, eat with there, and take 4, so yeah, not really that great of an idea. If we just Hammer Hand on the Kavu, or Hammer Hand on the reinforcements, force the Griffin Protector not to be able to block, we can swing with Phoenix Chick. Yeah, I like that. Do we want to risk Thrill Possibilitying to hit a red source? Nah. Just Hammer Hand here. Griffin Protector can't block. Swing with everything but the 1/1, and they can't block anything. So they go down to 9. They play their own Phoenix Chick. Grow the Protectors. So these Griffin Protectors are super annoying, especially if we draw Priest of Possibility. Because we lost our Menace creature. It's going to be 2/2 Haste Flyer, most likely. But with the Protector in the way, not going to be doing much. Okay, Destroy Evil. Can get rid of one of the Protectors when they try and go blocking. So I kind of like Thrill Possibility, discarding Sprouting Goblin here. Finding land. And passing, because they have Native Dawn's Light activation up. Let's see, they moved combat. Swing for 3. Just play a creature. No. Guess they don't have one. Which is sort of good for us. Not really sure how to feel about it, but we'll play a Griffin Protector. This way we can block the Chick. And the Protectors if they don't have a creature. They just play land into Molten Monstrosity. Yikes. That's a creature. I mean, we can blow it up, which is a good thing. Argivian Phalanx. Pretty sizable. Pretty sizable indeed. Play the Phalanx. Cast a Branch Rider. And if we destroy evil, let's see what happens. We destroy evil, they chump block there. They eat, or they, if they like chump block and chump block, they're taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, if they play a creature, we're dead on the crackback. Wait, no, they have to block the Protector. So, we're not dead on the crackback. So yeah, I like this play. Blow up that, swing with everything. They chump block, take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, go to 1. Then we can block the knight and live. And, yeah, they eat a branch rider. Of course they would. Like, I don't see a reason why they wouldn't. But, yeah. We get in for 7. And then, next turn they should be dead if we live. Oh, do they want to eat the 1/1 soldier instead? We don't have any mana, so I'm not sure why they're not blocking with a knight. There's, I believe, no way that you survive without... I mean, you lose your knight. Oh, I guess they're betting on drawing a creature to win the game. Okay, that's fair. That's pretty fair. So hopefully they just don't draw a creature. And that's a creature. So that is 6 power. Good game. Yep. Griffin Protectors doing work. Oh well, we were really close there. GG's. On to the next game. On the play. Hand looks fine. We'll keep. Lead off with a branch rider. And start smacking. They did mulligans, so they're on the same cards as us, which feels pretty good as an aggro deck. Pixie Illusionist. Well, that's annoying. Do they want to trade? It might be like they're mana fixing, so I think I'm willing to swing in. No blocks, cool. Get a free 1 damage. Play Goblin and pass. And now with double Hammer Hand, we can just give anything haste. And float. Yep, as I thought it would be their mana fixing. Faith Abonder. Do we want a Hammer Hand? Let's just swing. We can threaten the activation of the Branch Rider. Sure. This is fine. Idyllic Beachfront. And just pass, yeah. Well, they have their mana, so Flowstone Infusioning the Pixie Illusionist doesn't feel that great. But we'll play a Kavu, pass the turn. And with Hammer Hands and Destroy Evil, they're not going to be able to keep a single creature in play. Or, well, they can, just not be able to block. Land, move to combat, swing. Cleaving Skyrider, yeah. No, no, no. Just kill you, and then grow you. Pass the turn. They cast a Tala's Lookout. Well, that's annoying. But on the plus side, Hammer Hand. And check. Phoenix check. Phoenix check. And put on the Phoenix check so it can swing past the Illusionist. Tala's Lookout can't block. Swing. And if they do play a big creature, we can just destroy Evil it. They go down to 3. We pass. They play a Beachfront. Juniper, Order, Root Weaver. Sure. Stop. Hammer time. Let's see. This is already a lethal threat. So we can just put it here, make this another lethal threat. Yeah, I like Hammerhand here. And don't be afraid of them holding priority. It's just the Pixie Illusionist, most likely. Moved combat. Swing with everything. And GG's. They got nothing. On to the next game. Next game. I can't speak. This hand looks fine. We've got Baird, Coalition Construct, Flowstone, and a 1-drop to start the game. Feels pretty good. I'm not sure what Coalition Construct's gonna name with all of our varying creature types. Kavo, Griffin, Vashino, Warrior, Human, Soldier. But Ellis Ilkor does not feel good to see. Let's play Baird. Pass the turn. And we're probably just going to name Human or Soldier. That way we can start getting Baird pumping. They scry whatever it is to the bottom into Cavalier. So yeah, Branch Rider feels really bad here. Play Coalition Construct. Name Human, I guess. Since that threatens the most creatures. End turn, create a 1/1. They play a red source, so I guess they're Mardu. Into Phalanx. Yeah, things are going to get tricky from here on out. We'll trade with the Construct here. Just get the 2/2 out of here. Lose life, sure. But now we play Flowstone Kavu into Hammerhand. You can't block. Swing. Hold back the Branch Rider. Its activated ability is definitely going to become relevant. They trade with 1/1, sure. We lose life. End of turn, we create another 1/1. Feels pretty good. Priest of Possibility off the top would be great, but one can only dream. It's more likely just to be like a land or something. Well, they finally Lightning Strike Baird. We got our value from it though, so not that mad. Play a land. Move to combat. Swing with the Kavu. You can trade off with both with just this Kavu by activating it a few times, so I'm more than happy to do that. We'll pay a mana into it. And the rest will go to Griffin Protector. Pass a turn. Hopefully they don't have anything too scary as our last two cards. We'll take 4. We are getting a little low. And a Writhing Necromass is pretty scary. Priest of Possibility. Hey! One can hope, and one can get. What are we getting? Haste, First Strike, and Flying. Oh, wait. Does it... look at the top of some cards. If a card among them has Flying... Yeah, it should have gotten First Strike, too. I'm not sure if Arena needs to change the card text for this, but I'm pretty sure that should have gotten First Strike as well. What can you do? I guess we can play land, swing with the Kavu. That way it can trade with either Phalanx and Illis Ilkor or Writhing Necromass. But yeah, it definitely should have gotten First Strike, even though it doesn't really matter in this instance. They just take it. Well, we'll pump up a bunch. And And down to 2 they go. So we have 2 lethal threats in the air. I mean, they can play a creature. Just oh no. I was not expecting a heroic charge. Well, yeah, that's a card. GG's. That hurts, but oh well. On to the next game. Hand looks fine. No early threat, sadly, but we can't have them all the time. Yeah, the main downside with this deck is just not having removal. Because without removal, the deck kind of just falls apart. So the hammer hands just have to do a lot of the work. Do you want to play Cavalier or Flowstone? Probably the Flowstone. Just for the fact that it will be just a stronger creature on the battlefield. Although the guys are it, so. And now we Flowstone and Hammerhand. No, we want the Hammerhand's bonus. So we just Keldon. No, we want the kicker for that, so. Just play Flowstone. Pass the turn. And with 4 mana, I definitely don't want to play Cavalier just yet. Magnagoth Sentry. Sure thing. Coalition Construct. Naming human or soldier doesn't seem that bad. But I think for now, we go Keldon Strike Team Kicked. Just get those creatures on board. Or we can go... No, let's be more mana efficient. Keldon Strike Team Kicked. Swing for 2. And pass. It's not worth sacrificing our Keldon Strike Team for 2 damage. And next turn we can Cavalier, Phalanx, and Hammerhand. They mill 2 lands and a Vine Soul Spider. 3/2, 1 in a green with reach. At the beginning of your end step, put a random land card from your library into your graveyard. Jeez, I can't talk today. But anyway, let's see. We can play Argivian Cavalier into 1 mana Phalanx into Hammerhand. I like that a lot. So let's do that over the Goblin Influx Array. Argivian Cavalier. Argivian Phalanx. Hammerhand. You can't block. Smack. And then hopefully we can just overwhelm them with our goblins. Oh, I don't think I ever went through this, so it's just a bunch of goblin stuff with a few, like, goblin tribal stuff. But most of it's pretty strong by itself. Like Brash Taunter, Ember Hauler, Relic Robber, Battlecry Goblin, Legion War Boss, all that's pretty strong. Let's get the card draw going. Goblin Influx Array. Oh, they added a new mechanic on the bottom. No attacks. We get an Ember Hauler. Pretty good. There are Goblin Warriors in this, so... And we do have some Warrior synergy somewhere in the deck. Yeah, Keldon Strike Team's a Warrior. But we're probably just going to name Soldier with our Coalition Construct. Kicked Vine Shaper is annoying, though. Okay. And we draw land. Cool. So 6 lands is where I kind of just cut things off. Let's play Coalition Construct. Naming Soldier, right? Yeah, Soldier. Soldier. Into an Ember Hauler. that we can ping something down if combat gets a little too sketchy. And swing with everything. Ah, feels pretty good. Oh no, you are gonna kill my phalanx. It'd be a shame if I just said no. We lose 2 creatures, but they lose their entire board. And we draw a Goblin Arsonist. So that's pretty good. And next turn we can just like blast them for 4 with Cleaving Skyrider kicked. They play a Thran Portal tapped. What's your move, OP? Like, Eerie Soul... They can't take the time to use Eerie Soul Tender, so they have to have something in hand. Nantuko Slicer, that is a super strong card, but it might not be enough to save them here. It's a 3/2 for 2 green and kicker black. Enters the battlefield, return target card from your graveyard to your hand. If the spell is kicked, conjure a duplicate of target card in opponent's graveyard into your hand. It perpetually gains, you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast a spell. So it's just super strong. But, well, they're just dead, so... Goblin Arsonist for free, because why not? Swing. And let them block. Good game. I mean, they aren't presently dead on board just yet, but they see the writing on the wall. GG's. On to the next game. If we find a red source, this hand looks really good. Otherwise, it's pretty bad, so I think we have to mulligan. Okay, this is better. Do we want to bottom land and just risk it? Yeah. I mean, actually, I think I like just bottoming the Cavalier, because we prefer the 2/2 flyer. More evasive. And let's just hope that we don't draw lands. Simple as that. They play a Cold Conscript. Destroy Evil. Not going to kill anything for a bit. They play Island. And just pass. Well, we can't really swing with this Cold Conscript in play, so we'll just pass. Dodge their Essence Scatter. Or whatever they possibly have. They swing for 2. Sure, no blocks. They play a Rager. Yep, that's guard. End of turn, Skyrider. Hammerhand. Pretty good. Let's swing for 2. Second main phase, cast Baird. Pass. It's just a fancy 2 for 2 OP. You don't have to worry about it. We just block the Colt Conscripts. Yeah, like it's gonna just become way too annoying. They have Vesuvian Mist. Bounce Baird and create a copy of Baird. Sadly, a white source is not what we wanted. We prefer a red source so we can Baird and Hammerhand in the same turn, but for now, getting a Griffin Protector seems great. Never mind, they just kill it. Branch Rider. Do we want to just play that for the haste, since it's probably going to die either way? Or they're going to have some sort of blocker next turn, so I just want the 1 damage in. And the 1 mana difference will probably not matter. They cast Trove Mage. They're actually playing that? It's an overpriced 2/2 OP. I guess they might have an artifact that they like in their deck, so that could be worrisome. Like the Weatherlight. Yeah, they found something. I'm impressed. The dedication of them. Play Flowstone. Just can block the Trove Mage and the Rangers well. Ah, Smog Belcher. Okay, that's a fair reason to run Trove Mages. A 3/3 Death Touch Lifelink Hate Menace. That whenever it becomes crewed, that creature perpetually gains Death Touch, Menace, or Lifelink. Or whenever it attacks. Although we did find a land, so that's pretty good. The downside is that they have a lot of creatures, so we're probably just gonna hammer hand a Cleaving Skyrider. And we can't kill it with Destroy Evil too, which sucks. Just hammer hand here. Let's say you can't block, it doesn't really matter. Since we're not attacking with anything on the ground. Just pass, end of turn, create a 1/1. But yeah, this 3/3 Menace Death Touch Lifelink is just going to be such a big problem. But I think we're going to have to trade with our Soldier and Kavu instantly for it. Coalition Construct, probably naming Human. Pumping the entire board. Yikes. They swing with the Smog Belcher, which we will instantly trade for. They're probably going to give lifelink. Yep. Yeah, let's hope that we draw something good. Battle Rage Blessing. If it was like a pump spell, like I could deal with that. But Battle Rage Blessing ruins me. Jeez. This is why Smog Belcher is strong. Swing with the Skyrider. And pass the turn. End of turn, create a 1/1. And then we can flash in the Resolute Reinforcements. They crew with Baird. They swing with both Lifelinkers. Hopefully we can take out both of them. Actually, yeah. We can activate Branch Rider. Triple block the Smog Belcher. Let them choose. Probably like lifelink, yeah. Flash in the reinforcements. Block here. Triple block the Smog Belcher. Pump Branch Rider. I swear if they have another pump spell or protection spell. Okay, we can get rid of the Belcher. That's good. We can stabilize now. Hopefully. Tolarian Terror, yeah. It's not a good one to see. On the plus side, we can just destroy Evil It. That is a lot of cool conscripts. Yeah, things are not looking too hot for us. Don't think we can win this one. We can destroy Evil, but I think we're just dead. Trade. Trade. Chump. And take 8. Good game. Well, Smog Belcher with a combat trick. Pretty good. But, yeah. That was the arena version of the Dominaria United drafts. If you enjoy the content, make sure to like and subscribe button. It means a lot. And I will see you all next time. Have a great day.